Hi, this is your boy. I think, okay, just take a walk around the community. I'm told the weather feels like minus 19 degrees, you know. But I really don't check that often. I know my wife does all that checking, so I'm constantly reminded about what the weather looks like or what it is and all of that stuff. But anyway, it's always exciting taking a walk because I think humans were designed to constantly be in motion. You know, we're designed to be active. Even the planet that you and I live in is constantly rotating, constantly in motion, constantly evolving, constantly moving. So I think it's imperative for us to constantly be in motion, constantly be innovative and all of that stuff. So the quick thought I had, it's just been on my mind for some time now. And so I must say that this is for diaspora, and so I'm saying those are people who have left their homeland, regardless of whether your homeland was Africa or the Middle East, Asia, or something like that. And for whatever reason, you've had to leave, whether it's because of war, in search for a better life, or simply maybe because everybody else is moving. I don't know whatever your reason might be, but you have now come into this new land, and this new land can be Nova Scotia, it can be Canada, Australia, UK, Nigeria, wherever that might be. And so you've traveled like thousands of kilometers through whatever medium, whether you went through the air, to the sea, I don't know, maybe even through the cargo or something. So you're in this new land, and in this new land, you're building walls rather than bridges. I see a lot of people who are now in this new community, in this new land, and the people that they relate with, everything that evolves around them are simply people who look like them, talk like them, act like them. Simple. But there's really no real indication that they actually left their homeland. More like they have come to this new land and they're recreating what they left for whatever reason they left. So they're redoing and reliving the same past rather than embracing what I call the new possibilities. And I think it's a bit unfortunate, and I'm not asking people to assimilate, but I'm asking people to integrate. Because truly speaking, there is a sharp difference between the two. There is between having to assimilate and also having to integrate. And there are too many persons who all they do is stay in the familiar, stay in the comfort zone, to talk to people who look like them, who act like them, never cognizant or conscious about the things happening within the community that they live in. They're not cognizant about the news. They're more concerned about the news of their homeland than the news of the new community. So as a result, they're supposed to be in their present, but they're still living in their past. And I think it's quite unfortunate. And I'm not trying to castigate anyone, I'm just trying to say that this is 2026. And that in this new year, it's impossible for you to try something different. It's impossible for you to reach beyond your familiar, beyond the community, or that you're conversant and that you're used to. Are you willing to stretch? Are you willing to push, to dare to do something? Growing up as a little boy, I used to say to myself that I refuse to make the mistakes my fathers, or in this case my parents or my ancestral line has made. I'd rather make new mistakes. I'd rather endeavor to do new things and make new mistakes. My hope and my desire, because I have kids, is that they will have that same mentality and that same mindset, where they're not trying to relieve the mistakes of their father or their mother, but they're daring enough to make new mistakes. I want to encourage you that you start out this year, 2nd day of January, dare to come out of your comfort zone. Volunteer, be part of it. That you be volunteer to be a firefighter. You can also volunteer to join the Nova Scotia Guards. You know, you could join to help with the infantry. There's a lot of investments, a lot of expenditures being made by the federal government and government in general around defense. So I would suggest to you, get involved, engage with your MLAs, engage with your councillors. Don't just sit back and act like you're not part of the society here and build walls. People are always afraid of what they don't know. And that's why sometimes there's a lot of conflict between host communities and people who come from the diaspora. Because there's sometimes all they see is the walls. All they see is walls. And because people don't know something, they fear it. And my desire, my hope is that in 2026, you will reach out to the new. Endeavor to do something different. You know, don't just relate with people who look like you, talk like you, act like you, behave like you. You know, see things the way you see things. You know, I just felt like just saying that. I'm not trying to say the methodology that you're using is not right, but I'm saying, can we integrate? Because our strength is not now in the walls we create. Our strength is in the bridges that we build. Let's build bridges. Let's build bridges of understanding. Let's build bridges of possibilities. Let's truly be part of the society that we're supposed to be living in. Anyway, this is still your boy Adigo Kid, the Beach Builder. That's what I just dropping that to you. Anyway, I'll see you soon anyway. Take care.